Hi, welcome to Enduro 360. I'm your host, Chili White. We are just back from a big Baja trip. I have an entire garage full of dirty motorcycles that need to be serviced. But right now we are here to do the follow-up on our TechnoMousse. As you recall, last week we installed these prior to the trip, first time we tested them, so I have a ride report follow-up for you. Well, I really dislike to have to file reports when things go bad, but sometimes there's just no getting around it. Our experience with the TechnoMousse was just an outright failure, and there's no two ways about it. We put in, as you recall, this is the Enduro version in a 120/18. We installed this on my 450, and it just failed. I got nothing. It lasted 2 days, but at the end of one day, you could already tell that it just wasn't working. You could actually press against the tire and feel the void as the tire bent down to meet the insert. You can also see the flat spot here. Let's see if I can. Where's a good angle on this? Okay, so this thing has been dismounted, sitting in the back of the van for 5 days. And the flat spot has never gone away. It's just a permanent feature of it. So here we have, you can see we'd used the entire tube of the lube that was supplied. This doesn't look wet, but you can recall the color of the mousse itself is light gray. So all the black you can see here are residual and tire debris that's collected on the lube. You know, I got nothing here. This thing took a set. You can see it's just, you know, it formed in all the worst ways. At the end of the second day, I could feel that it was done. You can see it's just started to come apart right there, and you can see how the whole thing has just collapsed so much in size. If you recall, when we did our initial look, I've got a Michelin, equivalent size Michelin here, and these two were roughly, see if I can get this, these two were roughly the same size as each other. Our TechnoMousse lost at least 30% of its volume in 2 days. It was just so small that there was no way it was going to hold the tire up. In fact, by the end of the second day, it was so flat that the rim was almost touching the ground after sitting overnight. There's another good look of one of the flat spots, and that's just where it sat overnight. You can tell it's still very stiff, very plasticky feeling. In fact, if anything, it's actually stiffer than it was when we started. I don't know where to go here. I guess what we're going to do is we're going to try to get another one. We'll put it in a different tire, put it on a different bike, and see if the result is the same. You know, I've probably put 10,000 miles on mousses in the last year. It's the only thing I run. So, yeah, I pretty much know all the tricks of making them survive and getting the most mileage out of them. So I can't find anything here as far as install or use. We weren't using it hard. We were just using it on a tour. It never saw any high speed, never got over 55 miles an hour. Most of its time was just cruising down the road and trail at 35 to 40 miles an hour. And it just shrunk and went away. Hey Nisha, how you doing? So let's go take a look at the front real quick now. So in the front of our 450 XCW here, if you recall, this has the Desert Mousse in it, not the Enduro version, but the Desert Mousse. It went on, it held up just fine. You can still see there's no deflation there. Very solid, worked as it should, but this thing is hard as a rock. I mean, this is like running 20 pounds of air probably. Most of our riding on gravel roads, some sand, that kind of stuff, it was fine, but once we got into the rocks, it was pretty miserable. The front end was kind of deflected everywhere. So I guess I kind of have to say this lives up to its billing, as it's hard. It would probably last a long time. It would take really rough conditions, but again, who needs that for a front? That's really only for a rear. The ride quality was not very good, so the best I can say is it held up. It didn't go away, but that's not really much of a recommendation for performance. So there you go. I wish I had something a little more positive to say about the TechnoMousse. hopefully we will try them out again and see if we can get a better result from them.